Please excuse any mispronunciations in this story. I mean no disrespect. This story is about Mark Joseph Himebaugh, who vanished from Delhaven, New Jersey on November 25th, 1991. He was 11 years old at the time and should be 43 years old now. Mark was last seen at approximately 4 p.m. near his family's home on Sunray Road. His mother allowed him to observe firefighters extinguishing a small brush fire a quarter of a mile from their house. Mark's mother left the residence to run an errand that would have normally taken 5 minutes, but she became delayed, and as a result, she did not get home until 40 minutes had passed. Mark had disappeared by the time she returned home. His mother assumed he was with neighborhood children at the time. Mark has not been heard from again. He was reported missing at 5 p.m. that evening. The afternoon of his disappearance, traffic was rerouted past his house. There are unconfirmed witness reports that Mark was seen at a local park entrance with an unidentified child around 3:40 p.m., the day he vanished. The identity of the girl has never been determined. She was about 9 or 10 years old in 1991 and had dishwater blonde hair. She was about 4 feet tall, weighed approximately 70 to 75 pounds, and was wearing a 3/4 length dark blue ski parka with a hunter orange stripe on the back. Authorities believe the girl could have important information about Mark's disappearance. Mark was possibly sighted with 2 older males on the day of his disappearance. One is described as between 30 and 35 years old, about 5'8" to 5'9" tall, and 150 pounds. He had dark reddish-brown hair in a ponytail and a generally scruffy, unkempt appearance. Investigators did locate Mark's left shoe, a hand-me-down LA Gear sneaker, at Sunray Beach, approximately 75 yards from the family's home later in the day of his disappearance. His footprints were also seen above the tide line, but these were the only solid clues ever found. Mark lived with his mother and older brother at the time he disappeared, and was a 6th grader at Cape May County Alternative Middle School. Thomas Butkovich Jr. was named as a person of interest in Mark's disappearance in 1993. He resembles the sketch of the man Mark may have been seen with. In 1993, a male prostitute approached the police and said Thomas, one of his regular clients, had shown him a video of himself being intimate with a young boy who resembled Mark. The boy was handcuffed, gagged, and appeared frightened. The prostitute said he asked Thomas if the boy was Mark Himebaugh, and Thomas said he was. He also said he deliberately planted Mark's sneaker on the beach to confuse the investigation. Thomas has never been charged in Mark's case, but he has been imprisoned multiple times for drug offenses and for being intimate with underage males. In 2015, authorities asked anyone who knew Thomas in the late 1980s and early 1990s to contact them. Mark was wearing a blue USN sweatshirt, a gray jacket with a red, blue, and gray plaid lining, and 4 outer pockets with Velcro, gray Docker pants, and red and white LA Gear sneakers. Mark's left foot was healing from a fracture at the time of his disappearance. He was also taking the antidepressant Prozac for behavioral problems. Mark is classified as emotionally disturbed and he may have obsessive-compulsive disorder. He frequently had tantrums and angry outbursts as a result of his conditions, but his behavior had been improving prior to his disappearance with the help of medication and talk therapy. He is a Caucasian male with red hair and blue eyes. He had patches of freckles across his body and some small brown marks on his abdomen. His nickname is Curious George. He had the habit of biting his fingernails around the time he disappeared. He is right-handed. I would like to believe that someone raised him, no matter how he came into their custody, and that he survived for the past 31 years. I do hope someday he will be found safe. If anybody has any possible leads in this case, please check out the contact information in the description. Thank you.